Alright everybody, welcome back to our Honkai Star Rail 2.2 live stream here. And today, listen, today I think we're going to pull a character. I have a good feeling about it. Will it be the banner character? Probably not. But I have a feeling we're going to pull a character today. So, last time we left off, we started to do all like the trials stuff. We actually got past the first two, but we didn't actually finish the third challenge, third stage entrance of the Soul Glad Scorched Sand audition venue. So we're trying to do that to get into the Charmony Festival. So yeah, so let's go ahead, let's just jump right into it and teleport on over. Alright, so we're going to teleport over here, and I want to just get right to it. Alright, cool. And I'm pretty sure we grabbed every single chest at this point in this area, so not too worried about it. So let's make our way over here. This is an interesting team. I don't know how do we end up with this team? Like, honestly, I think I just need like normal attack, and I was like, let's do this. I'm gonna replace Himiko with Solar Wolf here. Alright, cool. Alright. Alright, my guy. Where are we going? Where are we going today?
Congratulations to both of you! You've overcome all obstacles and proven yourselves. But, unfortunately, there is only one who can be Penacony's festive superstar. In the final stage, you will face the defending champion. If you fail, you will lose the opportunity to become the festive superstar. Welcome to the 33rd Scorched Sand Festival's third stage in the 20th season, sponsored by Soul Glad Enterprises Superstar Showdown.
I love it. I love it. Okay. Alrighty, so let's get to it. Select the challenge area. Alright, so we get the cool little pinball cutscene. By the way, chat, how is everyone doing today? Welcome, welcome. Come on in. What's up, robot? How you doing? Okay. Arena 2 or Arena 1? Does it matter? I'm gonna go to Arena 2. Alright, stage 3 here. Let's make our way over. No hidden birds. Did I ever go back to get the birds? I don't think I did, right? Maybe I did.
No way. I think I just saw someone. Someone extraordinary.
Oh, interesting. Argenti? Alright, well. Superstar, the dude with the red hair, that makes sense. For the glorious light of beauty, I never thought I'd see you again. Your kind face is as spring's gentle breeze brings solace to my scorched heart.
Are you a knight of beauty?
Aww. Huh. Why is he not talking? Why is he not talking, but we heard Firefly? The rosy glow of the beauty has rendered you speechless. What an honor. Upon hearing the impending festivities, I commanded the one and only to bring me to Penacony with full haste. Alas, the cosmos unguarded by the beauty, this disorder prevails. Thus my passage was delayed by tending to the sick and injured. Fortunately, the mini rabbit mech pilot, stray cat, duelist, galactic ninja, and quad drive. What the heck? Is this the beauty? It's dazzling. I'm busy saving the world. Could you please make way? What a righteous act of beauty. Alright, so we need to seal the Celeron.
That's right.
Yeah, why can't I hear him?
Magnificent dream.
That's so weird.
On the Stellaron, and the countless sacrifices of many people.
Yeah, it's like his voice lines are missing. To encounter deeds so vile, they stir one's very soul. However, present-day Penacony bears no marks on the Celeron's name, and the family has always been renowned for spreading harmony. How can I be sure your words hold true? I like how, I mean, maybe it's because we didn't meet him already? I have no idea. Tell the truth about the Watchmaker and the Celeron.
If I'm not wrong, the Knights of Beauty also received an invitation from the Watchmaker, right?
That's right, but what does that have to do with the Celeron?
Actually, we've already met the Watchmaker.
Yeah, because, we never met him, but I guess we were supposed to meet him. Evidently, you're traveling in pursuit of the beauty's ideals. Go forth, my dear friend. Baphomet, the audition crown is yours to claim. Interesting.
Thank you, Knight of Beauty. We don't have much time left. May we meet again. In that case, let's make our way to the end. Penacony's really thronging with talent. I hope we make it in time.
Yeah, it's really weird. Go forth. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if it's because we never did the quest to see him? That, the game never got his voice lines? Make peace with him his justice. I wonder if we didn't persuade him, would we have to fight him? I wonder if that's how that works. Alright. Let's pinball our way out of here. Yeah, I would assume so. I mean, it would make the most sense that you'd have to fight him. Hey! Alright. The Galactic Baseballer. I love it. I'll take this. Oh, damn. Here we go. Yeah, no, nothing. Alright. Alright. Oh, nice. We all met up here?
Congratulations to the both of you on becoming the festive superstars of this year's Charmony Festival. Before entering the Grand Theater,
Is that Sunday?
I, on behalf of the organizers, extend my sincere congratulations to you, wishing you joy under their radiance.
I like his sincere congrats. Where's my Stellar Jades? Yeah, where's my Stellar Jades at?
Your endeavors are worthy of extra recognition, and I've taken steps to ensure.
Can we talk about how literally that
However,
voice line was me asking for a
reward is
poll?
not
Are we polling tonight? Oh, we're polling tonight, Glitch.
but rather the
We're polling tonight.
opportunity for an open and honest communication between us.
Right, Clee? Yeah, well, I mean...
As previously promised, my sister, Mr. Yang, and I have met with the Dream Master.
We got
We
this.
delved into the truth about Penacony and its Stellaron, and have come to a consensus. Both I and the Oak family cannot acquiesce to your request.
Just as expected.
We acknowledge the perspective of you, Nameless. Penacony does require change, but not as you propose. The planet of festivities cannot and will not revert to a place characterized by chaos, disorder, or anarchy.
I mean, that's fair, but
Through
still.
your journey of overcoming obstacles, you must have glimpsed the essence of that era. The vulnerable ruthlessly eliminated, equality non-existent, common folk living precarious lives, eking out a dreary existence. Ultimately, only heroes like yourselves manage to achieve success. But I would dare ask, if you did not possess the special status of having a Stellaron, and you were but an anonymous and frail member among the masses, which Penacony would you prefer? A dystopia for the survival of the fittest, or a sweet dream paradise for all?
Something wrong with being the fittest.
That's not the point. Don't let them mislead you.
Mr. Sunday, even if the members of the Oak family can't fully agree on what to do about the Stellaron, now's not exactly the time to be holding.
Hey, John, how are you? Welcome, welcome.
About Penacony's past and future, is it? The Stellaron issue concerns the life and death of everyone on Penacony. If anyone has a better suggestion, the crew is more than willing to listen. Also, it'd be best to tell us the ins and outs of that meeting. This way, we'll at least know what Welt and Ms. Robin are dealing with, and the reason why they failed to make our appointment.
What's up, Argon? How you doing?
That is precisely my intention. With all present, let's begin by discussing the details of that meeting. Let's talk about our tribulations and choices, our ideals and beliefs, and our final course of action. The only path to take.
We're gonna fight this guy? I feel like we're gonna, like, have to fight him, right? Like, good? Listen, I'm doing pretty good. It's Thursday, which means Friday's tomorrow, and I'm just trying to get through the week, man. It's just been, like, a long week. A while ago.
You mean to say that for the longest time there have been scoundrels who would use the charming festival that I have bequeathed to the masses as a tool to realize their ambition?
Indeed, Dream Master. Once the Charmony Festival begins, the Stellaron's powers, along with the song, will be broadcast across the entire planet of Penacony. And then everyone in their dreams will be unable to awaken.
Interesting.
This is indeed surprising to me. The dreamscape is maintained by the collective effort of the 5 families. If someone were to use the Charmony Festival to recklessly disseminate the power of the Stellaron, this individual must hold a position of great authority. Do you have any suspects?
I'd like to ask, did you really not know of the Stellaron's existence?
Yeah, that seems sus.
I would have never thought that this Nameless would point the spear at me. Quite astonishing indeed.
If I have offended, the Astral Express extends its sincere apologies.
Man, I love Welt.
The current circumstances are dire.
Welt's a
and
goat,
leave
man.
no room for meticulous inquiry. We're doing this out of concern for the Dreamscape's safety. So, if you could, please alleviate our concerns.
Dream Master, it's just to prove that the Charmony Festival has nothing to do with the Stellaron. If we're being overly cautious, I will return to the stage to offer tribute in song, just per the arrangement.
I mean, he could just lie, can't he? Like,
Sunday,
real talk.
I've watched you two grow up and know your dispositions like the back of my hand. Both of you, right now, can surely be lauded as their most devout advocates. I already know your resolve. The magnitude of this matter is enormous.
Is the Dream Master the bird, or is he controlling the bird?
Mr. Yang has asked with such earnestness, I will personally respond in kind. If there is a need, the entire Oak family will be mobilized to heed your call. Sunday, might I ask you to beseech them to cast their light unto me, and question me in their stead, so that no lies may be concealed?
I will do as you command.
Brother, could I entrust you to be present as a witness, to document the truth, and to proclaim my innocence, so that all slander may be utterly dispelled?
I will do as you command.
May thy will be carried out on earth, just as it is in heaven.
Man, this got super deep. Like,
Triple-faced soul, please sear his tongue and palms with a hot iron, so that he will not be able to fabricate lies and make false vows.
Let us begin. There is nothing else to prepare.
Understood. Question. Have you devoted your life to your god, never worshipping other
interesting.
gods?
Okay, so he's putting him through tribunal.
Do you love your god as you do yourself, always heeding their admonishments?
Naturally.
Have you strayed from the path expected by your god, betraying their name?
Never.
Have you ever been inordinate with your asks of your god, coveting more than the foundation of the creation itself?
Damn.
Never.
Saying never.
A final question.
Yeah, right? The screen's super trippy. I love it.
Do you swear to fulfill all vows, past, present, and future?
With the Eon as my witness, if I do not deliver on my words, or if I renege on my vows, may I be cursed in accordance with divine law.
Yeah, it gets trippy when, like, God's watching over.
And have endorsed your faith. With this, it can be evidenced.
Just a moment.
Hit!
What is it, Mr. Yang?
I have a question.
I have another question I hope to have answered. To my understanding, the family's harmony and prosperity have never relied on so-called divine laws.
Got him!
The god you both mentioned, are they truly Shive?
Get wrecked. That's a good
Mr.
question.
Yang should know that those belonging to the family toil together as
I mean, that's a good point.
embracing solidarity and unity under their hides. All duplicity is laid bare before the harmony. Such a delicate and complex symphony. Which other god could perfectly harmonize this, if not for the great one? She.
I mean, you didn't answer the question, though.
Perfectly harmonize. Therein lies the problem. It isn't an outsider lurking in the shadows who changed the harmony, but a dissonance that has surreptitiously emerged from within this very symphony itself. In the distant past, there existed an eon. With one flick of the wrist, they crafted the laws of the cosmos. Their followers formed the Beyond the Sky choir, spreading solemn and reverent hymns throughout the universe. Later, they fell. The route traversed by this eon clashed with the harmony, ultimately being absorbed and fused into it. The chorus that once reverberated across worlds fell silent, and when it echoed anew, it was transformed into the hymn of harmony.
So it was like dropped and then like kind of like pretty much like absorbed by the harmony. Understood. So the harmony pretty much took it over.
Though an eon may perish, paths with no masters still linger. In the all-forgiving harmony, echoes of bygone dissonance may subtly arise.
Mr. Yang, being overly astute can be a detriment. Especially when you find yourself alone and without allies.
Yo, are you threatening me?
So this is how it is.
For the sake of our grand cause, Sunday, please afford these two an opportunity to rest.
What?
Because he asked the questions on purpose. He knew what he had to ask.
It's just you. I did not wish for you to know this. It's a pity that things have turned out this way.
Damn, that's why he did the questions. That makes sense.
So, this is the true reason I can't sing? The shadow that envelops Penacony is actually...
We were never children of the harmony. Our ideal paradise could not have been crafted by Shipe. True bliss can only be guaranteed by the one who transcends the many.
Interesting.
Within the foundation of law, humanity establishes civilization.
I mean, that also makes sense why they don't have, like, same ideals across the board.
And through harmony, we obtain order.
So, where is wealth?
Unbelievable. To think that there would be remnants of the order on Penacony.
What have you done with Mr. Yang and Miss Robin?
Don't worry.
Yo, tell me I kicked this guy's ass.
I just gave them some time alone to ponder their fates.
You should know that these actions make you an enemy of the Astral Express.
And we'll kick your ass.
Should we need to stand against the Nameless, it would only be myself and the Oak family involved. But we haven't reached that point yet, have we?
I mean, I don't know. Did you attack Mr. Yang? Because I'll kick your ass right here, right now, bro.
Your efforts for the justice of Penacony are evident to everyone and have been widely observed.
You want to talk turns with us? Stop being around the bush, get to point. Listen, just give me Mr. Yang back.
Oh, I intend to. But that hinges on the outcome of this negotiation.
Yo, why are we negotiating? Just kick this guy's ass. He's like part bird. Like, come on.
If it is the order that drove you to imprison Welt and Robin, and you're using them to coerce our compliance, then there'll be no point in entertaining any type of discussion.
Like, seriously, like, why are we even entertaining this?
You're mistaken, Miss Himiko. They are in very safe hands, and just as the family has always proclaimed, no one can be harmed in the dreamscape, least of all in the beautiful new world belonging to the Order.
Yep.
Penacony and the entire universe have witnessed far too much innocent bloodshed. The strong wield their blades against the weak, and the victors push the vanquished to the brink of life. Natural selection. The world
This dude's
abides by
actually
principle,
crazy.
establishing the well-being of humanity atop the corpses of the downtrodden. Only we, or rather, I, possess the power to put an end to this farce.
So you've decided to resurrect a dead Eon? No one's ever done such a thing.
Oh, that makes sense, because then in a dream you can do whatever you want.
If Miss Himiko is interested, let's draw back the veil and speak candidly. I've always firmly believed that people can understand one another through peaceful means. I'm willing to divulge the unembellished truth as to the intentions of the Order's Pathstriders, so that you will make better judgment for the Astral Express,
Yeah, right?
for Penacony, and for this stretch of the universe. Words can hardly do justice to
Wait,
the
so
beauty
is
of
he
that.
trying to use the dreamscape to resurrect his god, essentially? Like, is that what's going on? Like, he's trying to... Because his god is dead in reality. Like, he's gonna try to get everybody into the dream so his god can live? Yo. And then he used the harmony because the harmony absorbed his... interesting. That's pretty cool. So, the harmony took over his god. Out of, like, malice. He was like, alright, cool, fine, whatever. I'm gonna just destroy you from the inside. And now... Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much if you can make everybody go into the dream, and then you resurrect God in your dream, because you control the dream. Interesting. That's really interesting, because, like, there's a difference between, like, the cliche, like, you know, I'm going to get everybody into the dream world, but it's different when you put it in the sense of, like, I'm going to resurrect my God from that perspective.
So, come with me, everyone. Let us retrace our steps and see once again
more or less.
where this road leads.
Huh? Where'd he go?
Very interesting concept.
Welcome. This isn't any location in Penacony's dreamscape. It's my inner world. The reason the scenery before you remains unchanged is because your consciousness has drawn on similar concepts to fill in the gaps.
So, deja vu. So, who in their right mind would expose their inner self like this?
That means...
Did you do the same to Welt?
It's a tuning process. Stronger in effect and more draining on the mind. The gray-haired guest has experienced it before.
The
so
gray-haired
she should understand
guest.
what it entails. Tuning allows you to intuitively grasp my feelings, which also means that I cannot hide anything from you. Now, everyone, please look at the huge screen. The road we once took begins here.
Which huge
From
screen?
this point on, you will witness the numerous decisions I've faced. I've selected a portion of these to share with you. I believe after going through similar predicaments, you'll be able to better understand my thoughts.
Okay.
Let's begin. The first decision.
Oh,
The
yeah,
story
yeah. I
of
remember
a
the
baby
story.
bird.
I remember the story about the bird. The bird
This
was hurt.
story happened when Robin and I were very young. We were victims of the Stellaron disaster, and the family's Mr. Gopher Wood, who would later become the Dream Master of Penacony, saw that we siblings had no one to turn to and took us in.
Yeah, and then the bird got hurt, and Robin went to heal it, and
Later
you were
on,
like, no.
Robin and I lived a time with nary a care in the world. One day, after dinner, while my younger sister and I were lounging about in Mr. Gopher Wood's yard, we spotted a fledgling Charmony dove all on its own. That baby bird was tiny. It didn't even have all of its feathers, and it couldn't sing. When we found it, it was already on its last breath, having fallen into a shrub, probably abandoned by its parents. We decided to build a nest for it right there and then. However, thinking back, that winter was unusually cold, with fierce winds at night in the yard, not to mention the many poisonous bugs and wild beasts in the vicinity. It was clear that if we left the fledgling in the yard, it stood no chance of surviving until spring.
You hate
So,
this dude.
I suggested we take it inside,
I feel it.
place it on the shelf by the window, and asked the adults to fashion a cage for it. We decided that when it regained its strength enough to spread its wings,
Yeah?
we would release it back into the wild. The tragic part, something that we'd never considered, was that this bird's fate had already been determined long before this moment. Its destiny was determined by our momentary whim. Now, I pass the power of choice to you all. Faced with this situation, what choice would you make? Stick to the original plan, and build a nest with soft net where the Charmony dove fell. Or build a cage for it, and feed it, giving it the utmost care from within the warmth of a home. I eagerly await your answer.
Interesting. So, the option is to build a nest on the spot, or build a cage. So if I build the cage, we take care of the bird. I'll take that. I think we build, well, so if we build the nest, it's outside though, so it can still get hurt, right?
That guy just casually throws this kind of question at us? What exactly is his deal? But fine, I'll answer, I guess. If it were me, I guess I'd choose to build a cage for the little
I don't think
Charmony
I'd build a cage.
After all, leaving it there, it's
I
bound
don't
to get
know.
hurt by wild animals or something. And that'd just be too sad.
I mean, solid point, solid point. We'll ask Kimiko last.
I can't decipher his intentions right now, but based solely on that question, I would probably choose to build that dove a cage.
Oh, they both said cage. Interesting.
Even if I was gonna release it back into the sky, it'd have to be strong enough to fly first. If I left it where I found it, I fear it'd never get the chance to fly ever again.
Ah, that's a hard decision, though. I mean, what do you have to say?
It looks like he really has no intention of imprisoning us. If it's just a quiz, I suppose it's fine to humor him. Back to the question. I would personally choose to build the little Charmony dove a cage.
They all said cage.
No special reason. I do think that a fledgling should have the right to fly into the sky. But if it can't even live to that point, then there's nothing to talk about to begin with.
Oh man, I think they convinced me to go with the cage. I don't know. Cage. Yeah, I feel like me myself. I think if I was thinking about it realistically, right? Like, I think I would also put it in the cage. I think I would also put the bird in the cage, at least to the point where I'm 100% sure it'll be fine. But I think living, like, as... I think living, like, as a pet... And... I think living as, like, a pet, where you take care of it and it survives, it's probably a better life than leaving it outside. While the outside is definitely kind of where it deserves to be, like, it's hurt, so it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna go with the cage. Nurture and care with cage. Or build a cage for it and feed it with the utmost care.
I'm happy to see that you made a choice similar to ours. If your mind is made up, let me reveal the outcome of this choice. We passionately nursed it back to health, preparing only the best food for it every day. We even preened its feathers.
That's hard.
Later, on the day that Robin left Penacony, we opened the cage door and let it fly back into the sky.
I'm pretty sure the bird dies in the story, doesn't it?
I watched it for a long while by the window.
Oh, that's what he said.
Probably about 3 or so days. In those 3 long days, the little Charmony dove tried again and again to spread its wings to fly into the sky, but fell to the ground, only to keep trying. Finally, on the 137th attempt, it succeeded. But its attempt did not go perfectly. After flying unsteadily for a while, it fell to the ground. Unable to grasp the direction of the air currents, the fall shattered its wings. It writhed helplessly in my embrace. But it was all for naught, finally succumbing to a painful demise. And in that instant, our tender care, our given love and hopes, they all became the inevitable push that sent it to its death. I deeply regret the choices we made. Next, let us head to the second decision. This time, it's the story of a dream chaser.
To be fair, he watched the bird fail so many times. Why didn't you just re-cage the bird?
This story happened when I was appointed as Bronze Melodia, a position exclusive to the Oak family, charged with listening to the
after like the 3rd attempt or the 4th attempt, I'd be putting it back in the cage.
The relevant guidance. It was during that period that I had the opportunity to hear voices from all corners of the dreamscape. Joy, sorrow, arrogance, regret. The complex tapestry of human nature that formed the world. And I was fortunate to catch a glimpse of it. He was a dream chaser.
I remember this,
and
yes.
An illegal stowaway. Just like the rest of them, he came to Penacony in search of a better life. Except that, to most people, the price he paid, I suppose you could say it was everything. He told me I sold everything I could at home.
Yeah, I remember this.
The house, the land.
Yeah.
Even his 2 children. He said he
couldn't raise them, so he sold them and hoped for a better life.
If they lived as slaves. He had a plan in place. He would buy back his children once he had made his fortune, and enjoy Penacony's beautiful dream with them. Alas, his plan to smuggle himself was somewhat clumsy.
Yeah.
And he was sniffed out by those pig-headed hounds.
Yeah.
After hearing the Dream Chaser's story, I immediately appealed to the Bloodhound family to cease their pursuit. That way, at least he could live peacefully. But I was still too naive to the ways of the world. I did not anticipate that what I thought was a kind gesture would later lead to dire consequences. I'll tell you the outcome soon. For now, I'd like you all to make a choice. Will you do as I did, and try to convince the Bloodhound family to stop their pursuit, so that the Dream Chaser may live peacefully and realize his wishes? Or will you remain silent, leaving him to languish while the hounds are hot on his heels, until his inevitable judgment arrives?
Well, I mean, both have the same
outcome.
outcome.
To everyone's decisions. Who knows? Perhaps they might even alter the outcome of this tragedy.
I don't think what he did was wrong. Alright, March.
It seems illegal stowaways are really quite
yeah, seriously.
But that guy in the story, I don't think he deserves any sympathy at all.
Damn.
He sold his kids to chase a dream.
That's fair.
Even if he intended to go back for them.
That's fair.
Still insanely irresponsible.
That's a good point.
With that thought, there's only one choice. Let the Bloodhound send him back home. This person deserves to be punished.
Damn, okay, March. Easy. March is some... Oh, you're a stowaway, so...
This question... Surely it has some connection to the baby bird story. And this connection is precisely the breakthrough Sunday aims to use to persuade us. I'd probably choose to ask the Bloodhounds to cease their pursuit.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I kind of do agree with March. This is the first time they don't agree with each other.
A dream chaser story. If I acted out of kindness, I would probably ask the Bloodhounds to stop their pursuit and lend them a hand. But what cruel repercussion would this choice result in? I think Sunday must have been deeply impressed by the limitations of the strong defending the weak through this incident.
Oh wait, so if I remain silent, I enforce the law? No, fuck the law. We don't care about the law here. Yeah. I mean, yeah, he is kind of a jerk to sell his kids to slavery. Well, I understand what his mindset was.
I'm honored to witness you arriving at the same decision. Out of respect, I'll share with you the dire consequences that my choice back then brought about. First, the outcome. He attained major success. After avoiding capture, he ran a business for a few years, very quickly making a name for himself, elevating his status. He might not have become a tycoon like old Audie, but he was considered a character of excellent repute.
Okay.
Now then, did he realize the wish he set out to achieve? No. The last time I saw him was in the real world, where the hounds were going to permanently exile him, and I was the accompanying bronze melodia. The mission was simple. Listen to the criminal's repentance. He told me the reason he was in this predicament was because he conspired to usurp the head of the Alfalfa family. When I asked him about his two children,
damn,
he responded with a question. What children?
That's messed up.
In the end, my heart aligned with the harmony, and the good deed I dared to undertake held no value, turning instead into a wrongdoing. It created a lamentable oppressor and countless oppressed individuals.
That sucks.
As to your choice, I once again offer my heartfelt apologies. Next comes the third and final decision, and the story this time is my own.
Well, I mean, you were involved in all of them, buddy, so...
This story happened the day I was appointed the Oak family head. At that time, Mr. Gopherwood was the current Dream Master, and as per his wish, we had a private conversation.
I mean, having faith in humanity is hard, man.
What surprised me was
it really
that the
is.
Dream Master had only come to deliver a letter to me. He let me read its contents, and it was a letter from my sister. The letter contained
this story
the
we
usual
don't know.
pleasantries, anecdotes from her travels, nothing out of the ordinary. Just as I started wondering how this letter related to our discussion, the Dream Master began to speak.
Do you know who wrote this letter?
My sister, of course. But why would you personally visit me to hand me a letter from my sister containing mere trivialities?
Yeah, I forgot his stuff. This case that's messed up.
Issue. Do you know where Robin is at this moment?
From what the letter indicates, she must be in Caspelina 8, correct? She's touring there right now.
Correct. Has she mentioned anything about a stray bullet?
A stray bullet? What?
A war has broken out on that planet.
Interesting.
It is because of this very reason that Robin chose this destination. To spread the word of the harmony. And to save the lives of that planet. She personally made for the front lines.
Yo, kind of badass.
She hoped to ease the people's suffering with song, and was willing to brave mortal danger to deliver the IPC's medical supplies.
Unfortunately, stray bullets show no such compassion.
Is she all right?
If the operation was successful, she should probably be recovering in the field hospital. By the eon above, the bullet struck her neck directly.
Damn.
Yet, possibly as a reward for her consistent deeds of harmony, it didn't hit any vital arteries. Once you've attended to your outstanding tasks, it'd be advisable to write her back as soon as possible.
Those damned savages! I'll pack my
Damn.
bags right away. My gratitude for bringing this to my attention, Mr. Gopherwood.
Okay.
Now you understand why she always wears such elaborate neck ornaments, don't you?
Oh, interesting. I'd never even noticed that.
What happened? Miss Robin.
It's all in the past, so please don't worry. I share this in the meager hope that you will understand the harmony's limitations and predicament. As grandiose as the strong defending the weak sounds, many times, it is nothing more than wishful thinking. Likewise, I've prepared one last question, one last choice. But rest assured, this choice will not have
Thanks,
any
bud.
grave
I appreciate that.
because this is merely a figment of imagination, a nightmare that has haunted me through countless nights. If you ever had the opportunity to make a choice like I did, would you still support Robin's journey on the path of harmony?
Stop Robin going on her journey or support? I mean, I would support. But let's get the cruise insight. This is the one time I'm gonna deny him.
I can't believe that happened to Miss Robin. The strong defending the weak is a great mantra, but if I had to pay such a price,
I still think you have to support the decision of the person.
I don't
at the end
know
of the day.
what I'd do.
Alright, so she doesn't give me an answer.
Miss Robin's courage is admirable. And here I was thinking she was just another superstar celebrity. But the fact that she's also Mr. Sunday's younger sister? No, I doubt he'd wish harm on his own flesh and blood, no matter how grand the ambition.
I often feel like I've dreamt of similar scenes on certain nights. In the dream, I see blurry faces. I don't know who they are, but I sympathize with all of them. Fighting for survival against some unfathomable force. Their confusion and fear are lucid to me. But I also remember they chose never to give up. Just like Miss Robin. If Mr. Sunday's question leaves you puzzled, you should find the answer from your own experiences. With each trailblaze, dangers and tribulations will surely follow. But would you ever back away? Would you stop march and gun hung from reaching their next destination? I believe you have an answer of your own in your heart.
Yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense. Like, who the heck am I to, like, tell somebody to do something? The one time we disagree, buddy, sorry.
I am now aware of everyone's stances. Raising these questions merely serves to illustrate one point. The plight of Penacony cannot be salvaged by the harmony. The true foundation for a sweet dream paradise can only be established through the order where the strong govern the weak. I know the suffering of being tormented. The turmoil of losing your way.
It's definitely the best
Sorrow,
option.
and even despair set in when matters don't work out. All of this causes me unending pain, because this is not what happiness is at all. teach the weak how to live a happy life. And this life isn't some noble propriety that the upper crust preaches, but in definitive terms, a way of survival that belongs to everyone.
I see where he's coming from.
So what is your definition of living a happy life?
Good question. Human consciousness is fundamentally an illusion, a cage known as self-worth. People lured in by this illusion make mistakes, yet still ask that external influences bear the burden. When one mistake after the next permeates the masses, they become impossible to trace. Thus, the amassing of these individual cages culminate to form a prison, a place dictated only by the rule of survival of the fittest. Nature is always accompanied by predation and sacrifice. Its antithesis is known as order. That is what I want to do. Unite people's happiness under the banner of order.
So he wants everybody to follow his
They
god.
won't need to
I
make
get it.
bitter choices any longer, nor face the weaknesses of humanity. They can cast aside their primal instincts to build a haven for mankind.
This
Simply
guy.
describing thoughts
This guy's
are
off the
abstract.
goop. Like,
So allow me to provide a simple example. As you all may know, there are societal norms like weekends and long weekends that exist on some worlds. During these hard-earned rest days, people are given the chance to extricate themselves from the stresses of everyday life, allowing a certain tranquility to return to their souls.
that's what we talked about in the beginning.
And it is only on these days that people do not have to adhere to the law where the strong prey on the weak.
I don't know about all that.
And live out their lives happily during these brief intermissions. It's just a pity that 2 or 3 days are still too fleeting compared to the span of a lifetime.
Listen, okay, this guy's now kind of talking to me. I get it. Like, I mean, realistically, yeah. We shouldn't have just 2 days to ourselves and work the other 5. It is kind of a pity from that standpoint. Like, listen, bro, I agree with you.
From where I stand, society's ideal system should be 7 rest days. Following Sunday, there should ensue a second, a third, and indeed an infinite procession of Sundays. This should be the face of the new world. Idyllic, eternal, peaceful days.
Listen, man. I don't disagree. If I could never work for the rest of my life, I don't think I would. Realistically. Like, I know that's like sometimes a hot topic and some people are like, oh, what do you do? But like, there's just so much you can do. Like, you just have so much time. You know? So I don't think he's wrong.
And thus, every person can return to their base selves in this utopia. Some gaze in reverence at the stars, pouring their whole beings into calculating the distance between us and the isolated world of Pagana. Meanwhile, some seek refuge in quiet corners, holding one another, unencumbered by the chains of unwelcome obligations.
I mean, yeah, unlimited days off, free PTO, hear him out. Listen, I'm hearing this guy out.
There would be no need to bear the hardships of reality. Only in this way can humanity face the inevitable end with the purest of spirit, living a life of dignity. This is what it is to live in bliss. Miss Firefly, you who are stricken with entropy loss syndrome, you of all would surely understand this.
I mean, yeah, it's a ploy, because the whole point is that he wants you to spend the time in the dream. Because the whole point would be, for you to achieve that level of bliss, though, you'd be in the dream. So he's not...
It sounds a flawless theory.
I mean, yeah. Yo, Himiko's like, listen, I'm old, yo.
But what is the price to attain all this?
The cost is minute, merely a personal and eternal sacrifice. If this paradise is to be maintained for everyone, someone must remain trapped in solitary awakening until the end of the cosmos.
Awakening. Which means that this so-called paradise is still a dream. Stepping into this paradise means forsaking reality, correct?
It is not forsaking, but transcending. Flesh,
Man.
blood, sorrow,
This is the
weakness.
conversation we had last
If the
yesterday.
physical is the root of spiritual suffering, it is only logical that we defeat it.
Yo, that line goes hard. That line goes kind of hard. If the physical is the root of spiritual suffering, it is only logical that we defeat it. Like, that's a hard line, man. That hits. 'Cause I mean, he's not wrong. Like,
But in this supposed bliss, people won't have defeated their demons. The chance to overcome their tribulations would be forever lost to them. In other words, it is an escape.
That's another way of understanding it. But there is no shame in escape. On the contrary, the seeds of escape exist in everyone's hearts.
I mean,
Don't you agree, Miss Firefly? And as to why we sleep, it is because we are afraid to awaken from our dreams.
that's not true. But
this is not
there's a lot of reasons why we sleep,
grand
but
plan. Only in acknowledging this can we truly understand the frailty of human nature, and from there show compassion and protection.
I admit that
That's
you
hard.
are a born leader. Your perspective on humanity brims with pessimism. Yet you express compassion for all, even when your heart pities them. But unlike you, I live for the self. From my perspective, individuals making choices for themselves is their birthright.
But are you truly not making your own choice? Well, I guess not, because he would still control the dream, so...
The want to escape may be innate in the weak. But whether they are weak or not, it is not up to another to decide. Perhaps in your mind, you also view me as weak? Because I don't think so.
Since Miss Firefly has said her piece, the Astral Express will also naturally give you our answer. We'll leave it to you. Just as Mr. McHale instructed before. Tell him our choice.
Ah, man. Not long ago...
What is this place?
Yo, I hate this guy.
Does this place ring any bells?
I hate his shorts. He just looks stupid. Just give this
I don't
kid
know.
some pants. Like,
I feel a sense of deja vu. What is this place?
It's the realm within a dream bubble. This was left to the Astral Express by a nameless, but weirdly, when we entered it, it was completely empty. Dr. Edward from the Dreamscape sales store told me that dreams are formed from memories, and a dream bubble can't take shape if its core is empty. So
Okay.
I thought you might be able to help us in unraveling this mystery, Misha. As a hotel doorman, you know Penacony best among us.
I don't know much
Interesting.
about dream bubbles. But if you want to figure out what this mansion is, I'll do my best.
I'm counting on you then.
Himiko, I just still don't get it.
Man.
Why were you so sure that Misha had a connection with this dream bubble?
I wasn't sure. It was just a hunch.
Just took a guess. It's all good.
Feels familiar with this place.
We're just gonna roll with it.
My hunch might be correct.
This place looks familiar.
Exactly. This is where you and Firefly encountered death, which we now know as dormancy. Considering its connection to Dreamflux Reef, it's not surprising it appeared here. The question now is, who brought you here? Based on the clues we have so far, it's unlikely to be that masked fool. So identifying them is crucial to us. We're drawing closer to the truth once more. Let's give Misha some time, as I believe he'll unveil the secret of this dream bubble.
All right, but there are doors all over the place. Which one should we choose?
Just spread out, yo.
Do you have any idea,
There's
Misha?
4 of you.
I guess maybe this way?
Yeah, listen, if he's gonna take a guess, like, can't I just take a guess? Then, wait,
I'm not entirely sure, but
let's give it a try.
This whole place is just weird,
Wait,
man.
you managed to choose the right door on your first try?
Yeah.
Weird. This place is quite different from the hotel. But I feel like I've been here before, and even lived here for a while.
You lived in this, like, weird hallway?
If I remember correctly, there should be a fireplace down that hallway. Clocky and I used to sit by the fire, listening to the crackling of firewood. And the room on the other side was the toy room.
Interesting.
I loved spreading out all the toys from the box on the floor and making up stories for each of them.
Misha got a bad feeling about... Misha got a bad feeling about...
Then I grew up in Dreamflux Reef. So, what is this place?
This could be a case of amnesia. But don't worry, Misha. It's common for everyone to forget certain aspects of the past. Those memories haven't vanished. They're just lying in the depths of your mind. We can surely get them back. Since this place seems familiar to you, why don't we explore a few more rooms?
Misha got a bad feeling.
Recall anything more?
That's so funny.
Yeah. Then let's check out the rooms I just mentioned.
Misha confused. I love it. Alright, so there's the fireplace. He was right about this.
Mikhail, that's the name. Now we all know him as the Watchmaker. So, who is he talking to? Do you know anything about it, Misha?
I'm sorry. I don't know much about the Watchmaker. But Mikhail...
Well, Mikhail is a Watchmaker.
Anything special about that name?
Mikhail is Grandpa's name.
Oh, interesting.
Grandpa? Do you mean you're the Watchmaker's grandson?
But we haven't heard anything about the Watchmaker having descendants. And the name Mikhail is not rare. Perhaps it's merely a coincidence. Could you tell us more about your grandpa, Mikhail?
Yeah, sure. He was a seafarer who fearlessly ventured into mysterious seas and storms. He was always on the sea and had lots of friends who accompanied him on his travels. He didn't want me to call him Grandpa because that would make him sound old.
Wow.
He believed he was still young. The name Mikhail was given to him by his parents, Mahaley and Elise, both renowned seafarers. Every time he came back,
Interesting.
he'd share his logbook with me and tell me about his adventures at sea. I want to become a great adventurer, just like him.
It appears that the Seafarer has nothing to do with the Watchmaker. So,
I mean, it could just be a
coincidence?
Could be a front.
So, where is your grandpa now?
He went off on a new journey. And it's been quite a while since I last saw him. So, Where has Clocky gone? Did he leave to protect Dreamville?
Man, it's always weird and creepy when like the words and stuff come up. Okay. Yeah, this is creepy as hell. I like how that, and then this is like a toy room, and the music completely changes. Love it. I love it.
Some noises from the room. Origami Bird? That's a friend of mine.
You and Origami Bird are friends?
What?
Yeah. It's a member of the Compass crew. Just like Clocky and Miss Mirror. And there's more than just one Origami Bird.
What?
They are a big family with lots of brothers and sisters who look the same.
Yeah, that's
They
true.
follow Miss Mirror's orders, handle all sorts of jobs on the ship. They're the best.
Yeah, this guy sounds like he's losing it. Miss Mirror and Origami Birds.
Can Origami Birds be sailors?
Could you tell us more about the compass, Misha?
The Compass is a ship bound for the new world. Clocky and his partners travel through layers of fog to the depths of the sea. Whenever there is danger, Clocky will use a compass and guide the ship in the right direction.
Okay.
That's a great story. But in the Penacony cartoons, Clocky and his partners have always lived in Dreamville and never ventured out, right?
Huh? Oh. That does seem to be the case.
Inconsistencies.
I clearly remember Clocky arrived in the New World in the end.
Perhaps Clocky has a hidden past.
I think
Interesting.
I hear the sound of water.
You once mentioned there's a magnificent fountain up ahead.
Huh. Just like they did with Clocky. Okay. Let's go here.
Look, there it is.
Oh, look at that.
The water resembles a precious jewel, embedded in the dreams of all seafarers. Every time I gaze at the shimmering lights beneath the waves, it feels as though
He's
I'm
definitely
back
talking about
in
like the Sea of Stars or something.
standing by your side.
Have you recalled anything, Misha?
Yeah, I saw these sentences in Grandpa's logbook. He used to say, despite the perils
It's
of
like,
the sea, whenever he
he's
stood on the deck
definitely
of
the right
dream,
Mikhail. Like,
overlooking the sparkling waves, he would think of this fountain in front of his house. He often said that those moments felt like returning to his family's side, and the difficulties at sea didn't seem quite as challenging.
You know, I quite understand such sentiments.
don't sigh or you'll start getting gray hair.
Hey, don't tease. I was just being a bit sentimental.
Perhaps every adventurer far from home carries a fountain within their soul. Even though the other side of the sea remains shrouded in the unknown, the fountain in front of his house serves as a compass, leading him back to his cherished ones.
Yeah, while Grandpa was at home, we would stand by the fountain and place the compass,
Wow.
a toy boat that I made, into the pool.
I just realized his eyes are like a
I would ask him when I could go
like a
on
keyhole.
adventures like him, and he would always laugh and say I was still too young.
It seems
I
this
just realized
Mikhail
that.
is truly a seafarer and has nothing to do with the Watchmaker.
Yeah, based on Misha's recollections, the scenes in the dream bubble appear to be his childhood memories.
But this raises more questions. According to Misha, he was clearly born on an oceanic planet and led an ordinary life, with no connection to Penacony at all. Could this be some sort of metaphor? Perhaps the sea refers to the memory zone.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
I don't
it's
know.
definitely not the real sea. At least I don't
Memories
think so.
pouring out uncontrollably, like water flowing from a fountain. Perhaps I'll remember more things as we go further.
You got it, buddy.
We're going to the opposite side, right?
No. We should turn left here.
Huh? Something feels different about...
Up ahead is... Grandpa's study. It was in that room.
Okay, well, we hear
The
Clocky.
atmosphere in this room feels totally different.
Misha! You finally come!
Here's Mickey Mouse.
Clocky!
They really leaned into the Mickey Mouse thing, huh?
Yeah. This is the room where we first met each other.
Are those books on the bookshelf logbooks left behind by that seafarer?
Yeah. Whenever he came back, he placed a logbook on the bookshelf in his room. They contain records of his
Can we just
expeditions
take a
to
peek at it?
every corner of the world. He described our world as a fountain. At some point, the sea started to gradually swallow up the land where people lived to ensure that everyone had land to settle on. He had to continue exploring the sea in search for the source of
Well,
the
that's
rise
true.
of
Actually, I just
seawater.
realized Misha did see Clocky,
On
like,
that
back
day,
in the beginning of the game.
He called me to his study, telling me that he was embarking on another journey. However, I could sense the gravity in his expression. It was the same look I had seen on my father's face before his final voyage. I asked him if I could go with him, but he said that my adventure lay elsewhere and told me to stay home and patiently await a certain sound at the door.
What sound?
He told me about a vast
clock.
ocean in the
There it
sky.
is, an ocean of stars.
An ocean of stars.
That's what I said. I said the sea of stars.
He spoke of a train that transports children with a desire to venture far away, traversing the sea of stars without ever stopping. He said that he knew the crew on the train, and that he had asked them to take me along.
There it is.
He said the journey I had always dreamed of would start there.
I did call
A
it,
train?
yeah.
Could it be?
That's the Astral Express.
It's the Astral Express. I remember now. Grandpa's friends are a
Would
group
be an
of
ocean of
nameless
stars.
who came to this world to resolve a disaster caused by a star. Then
I mean, it was obvious.
came
Like, let's be real
attached
here.
to me.
Let's be real. It was obvious.
Appearing in every one of his adventure tales. He explained that difficult times were ahead, assured me that the watch would guide me. He said, as long as I kept moving forward, I'd eventually reach my desired destination. And then, it was as if I heard the distant sound of a train whistle, echoing throughout the room.
Exactly, Misha! And then we followed that whistle, didn't we?
Yo, he's
Yeah.
creepy when he talks.
I think I can still find the way we took back then.
Alright, so I'm assuming I have to solve this puzzle, right?
This is the dream jigsaw, right? So we're supposed to find the exit. But where can we find the last piece?
Do you remember? You said you obtained a mysterious shard when you stumbled into this place.
Hey, the
There it
shape
is.
seems to match. So this shard is also connected to Misha?
Looks like we're just one step from revealing the truth. Let's get to the other side and investigate.
You got it. And there is the memory thing. We didn't get a single. Oh, we did. All right, we'll pull at the end of the stream for just theatrics.
This is it. This is my room of clocks. While While I spent my time waiting for Grandpa to return from his voyage, Walter gave me this workshop, and it became my secret base. Here, I learned how to repair clockwork and gears out of my fondness of precision mechanics. In my dreams, I was the captain of the compass, embarking on adventures with my companions, Clocky and Miss Mirror, in search of the new world. I was born and raised here.
You got this?
So,
Oh man,
this
I hope so.
building in the dream bubble is your childhood home.
Yes, but not exactly.
I really hope so.
This dream bubble itself is my home.
Looks like you've remembered everything now.
Wait. Why does it feel like everyone else knows something I don't?
Too bad I don't know either.
Marge, do you remember when she mentioned the clocky that only she could see?
Yeah, the little guy here, right? But we all saw him in Dreamflux Reef, right? And Mr. Yang even greeted him.
Looks like everyone on the Astral Express has a childlike spirit.
Wow.
The answer lies in the Astral Express. Her experience shows that neither Firefly nor Acheron can see this clocky. And when we were in Dreamflux Reef, you may have noticed that for some reason, nobody outside of the crew had ever talked with Clocky.
Wait, really?
A mimetic life that can only be seen by a select few. It's just like a hidden message left by someone for the nameless.
But Misha can
Interesting.
see Clocky too, right? They even grew up together. But Misha hasn't started the way of the Trailblaze yet.
That's the key to the mystery, March. Now take a moment to recall.
Yeah, it's because Grandpa was
Have you ever
the
seen
Trailblazer.
anyone outside of the crew interact with Misha?
Wait, what?
Wait. No way!
Is that right? Did no one ever interact with Misha besides us?
That's the answer, March 7th. This dream bubble is the place where I was born. And I'm a dweller in this dream.
Is that
Just
right?
like the memories
I guess
of me.
so. Yeah, we never saw anybody talk to him besides us.
I should have stayed here and waited for you. But when reality and memories merged, I unconsciously
Oh
pushed
yeah, I
open
do
that
remember
door
Mr. Yang talking
and
to
left the
him.
bubble with Clocky.
And someone was like, what did you say? And then he was like, oh no, I wasn't talking to you. That, yeah, I remember
So
that now.
Not that the Watchmaker's dream bubble is empty, but rather the stuff inside ran away, and the whistle you heard was the sound of the express arriving at Penacony?
That's one way to see it, but I believe there's a longer story behind all this. It's best for Misha himself to explain.
Interesting.
How about we start with your name? Now, should we call you Misha, or...
Thank you all for helping me rediscover my true self. Now, please allow me to reintroduce myself. I was born on Lushaka, in the Presmere system, adopted by seafarers Mikhail and Char. They gave me a treasure, a name that carried their hopes. Mikhail Char Legwork, or simply Misha.
Interesting.
If you prefer, you can call me by a more familiar name. The Watchmaker.
You gotta be kidding me.
So, you're the Watchmaker himself?
Unfortunately, that legendary figure is no more. I am only a reflection of his life.
Interesting.
As for the child who has been with you, he's the innocent protagonist of Misha's childhood dream. A friend of Clocky, a young apprentice, and a future mechanic on the Express.
A future mechanic? What?
And this also marks the beginning of his journey, devoted to the Trailblaze.
At the end of the journey, I left this little flame, which I so cherished, in my deepest dreams, hoping to pass it on to the nameless of future generations. However, he somehow left the dream bubble and forgot all about his task. I apologize for all the confusion this caused.
Because he was born with a desire to trailblaze, wasn't he? I don't think Misha has forgotten his role as a guide. He remembered it, and that's why he mistakenly appeared as a hotel doorman in her dream from the very beginning. The one who brought our
true, because he did guide us.
Must have been Misha. If that's the case, we encountered the Watchmaker's legacy from the beginning, didn't we?
Well, I have a sarcastic friend who says I always take big detours and end up back where I started.
Wow.
Perhaps that's what every nameless has to go through. But in the end, you found me. I'm sure you're all wondering what my legacy is. I believe my hound has mentioned the Stellaron and my wealth. If I may apologize, the Stellaron part is...
That's funny.
As for my wealth, however, it's...
I'm actually a broke-ass bitch, is what he just said.
I left my homeland as a child and embarked on the journey of Trailblaze. I traveled to various planets until finally reaching Nesdana, where my friends and I built the original Penacony and fought for its future ever since. I've been moving forward all my life, doing what I could to overcome the obstacles in my path. But ultimately, my journey reached its end, and I left behind no possessions worth entrusting. So, if you ask what's left within this worn-out train engine that can be called a legacy, I suppose it's the things that are still burning in the engine's furnace. Now that you're well aware of the current situation of Penacony, I certainly hope that you'll help me get this world.
Yeah, so we need the Stellaron.
But I'll leave that decision to you. For the path of Trailblaze is never paved by others. All I have for you is a story and 2 gifts. I want to give you my pocket watch. It has accompanied me
thanks.
throughout my long journey, guiding that naive child forward, and has been blessed with the presence of so many great people up to this day. And my hat, too. The one who navigated for me placed it on my head and planted a fanciful thought in my mind.
Interesting.
The trailblazing expedition will never end. Now, it's time for you to make your choice. Once you've made up your mind, open that door and enter the long dream of an old man. I'll be waiting for you at the end of this corridor of time.
Oh, okay. So he just phases out of existence now.
All right, everyone. Let's make a decision. Although I don't think anyone will have any objections.
I object.
Oh, come on. Stop joking at a moment like this. You've come this far.
I just wanted to see if he was going to yell at me.
Then moving forward.
In that case, the vote stands at 2-1. Then let's proceed together to the end of this stream and tell Mikhail our decision.
You got it. Man. Alright, let's go through the door.
Mikhail, where are you going?
Someone has to step up and save Ushaka. So why can't it be me, Misha?
Interesting.
Don't go. And if you must, please take me with you. Don't leave me alone.
Even without me, you know how to proceed forward, brave Captain Misha. The compass is waiting for you. Now go.
Interesting.
Board that train and start your journey.
Where are you going, Mikhail?
I'm going to clean the floor in the parlor car. I promised the conductor.
Wait, first tell me, did you fix this watch?
Yeah?
I know what it looked like before. Its chain was broken, the back case torn, and the marks on the dial all worn out.
Hey, look at this guy.
How did you manage to fix it?
Well, it's hard to explain, but I knew it could be fixed. It's the hands, Mr. Amundsen. Its hands were intact and pointing in the right direction, so I knew there would be a way to fix the rest.
I see.
Interesting.
You'll work with me from now on. Haven't you always wanted to tinker with this train?
Got it.
You're its mechanic now.
No, you imagine like you just like fix a watch and they go, all right, you're a mechanic now for a train.
I only know how to fix watches.
Yeah, right?
Don't worry. You've got what it takes. I'll teach you what you need to know.
Don't worry, buddy. A watch, an engine of a train, it's all the same.
Where are you going, Legwork? It's time to head to our next stop.
I'm staying in Astana with Rosalina and Tiernan.
I see. This place reminds you of home.
The people of Astana have only achieved a
Like-
tiny victory and still have a long way to go towards.
I mean, I get it. He's a tinkerer, but still.
Nunu needs us.
Like, come on.
Don't worry. Not all journeys lead to
Come
the
on.
stars. Even if I leave the Express, our path of trailblaze will continue.
Yeah. I knew you wouldn't stay on the Express forever. Leave in peace, my friend. And, take this with you.
This is Mr. Amundsen's hat. But why?
Okay, so that's where he gets that.
When he departed, he said he would leave it to his best student. Well, I suppose the time has come. Farewell, Legwork. Take care of Tiernan and Rosalina. Don't forget to write.
That makes sense. Yo, when did Pom Pom join?
Where are you going, Watchmaker?
Don't worry, Micah. Just going on a little trip. Someone has to be at the forefront of the interstellar frontier, and I'm the only former nameless in Penacony. So why can't it be me?
Because you're all we have. Have you forgotten about Tiernan? The cosmos is way more dangerous now. What will happen to Penacony if we lose you too?
But what will happen to Penacony if we don't find a way out? Ah, Tiernan.
Interesting.
How could I ever forget him? I've spent countless sleepless nights asking myself why I didn't go with him back then. We Nameless won't stop. Don't worry, Micah. It's just a matter of getting back to my old profession. Just wait for me to come back. But if, and it's a big if I don't come back in one piece, then you'll become the next Watchmaker.
Got it.
Where are you going, old man?
Oh, you're here.
Answer my question. What are you up to?
Poor Gallagher.
Relax, Gallagher. I just came up with a great idea. Wanna hear it?
Oh, come on. Aren't all
Gallagher's
your
so mad.
ideas just ways to get yourself killed? I may be blunt here, but you're the last remaining hero in Penacony. If you die too, the secret of the Stellaron will go to the grave.
I mean, but don't you also know about the Stellaron?
Yes. I'm afraid there's no way out in Penacony, so I'll have to consider alternatives beyond Astana. We'll organize a festival using the Watchmaker's legacy as a facade.
Interesting.
And send invitations to the entire cosmos to gather people here.
Got it.
So,
Interesting.
desperate struggle against the family?
That's our invitation to come
Desperate.
to Penacony.
Don't we have you here, my friend? This
Got
task
it.
is challenging, but what hasn't
And
been
Gallagher sent the
challenging for
invites.
us along the way? Well, whatever you do, remember, make sure to send an invitation to the Astral Express.
Misha! Where are you going?
Oh, it's you, Clocky.
Oh, yeah.
Take me
Now time's gone by.
to Dreamflux Reef. Last night, I had a long dream about the day we met. I want to write down that dream.
Write it down? Why?
Oh, so I won't forget it. Do you remember how you got your name?
I mean, he's a clock,
Clocky?
so I would assume he got it Clocky because he's a clock.
Of course. You told me that when you were a kid, you lived in a room.
Oh, well, I
full
guess
of
he made
clocks.
Clocky, so that makes sense.
Those wall clocks and pocket watches grew up with you and were your best friends.
Frickin' loser.
Yes, but what I didn't mention was there's a
What a
funny
loser. His best friend's a clock.
behind it. I was a kid, and there was always a special pocket watch in my memories. It was with my grandpa, guiding him on his sea voyages and leading the way in his every adventure story.
Nerd.
I wanted to have a pocket watch like that too. And that's when you appeared in my dreams.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny.
Every night, we boarded the compass and set sail together.
But you know what? It wasn't until the day my grandma gave it to me that I realized it wasn't a pocket watch at all. It was a compass. So your name should have been Compassy.
Compassy sounds
And
stupid.
the Watchmaker is just a nameless.
We've arrived at Dreamflux Reef. So, where to next?
And this is where we found him.
You know, Clocky, I don't think I'll be going anywhere else.
Oh, come on.
Please, wait a sec.
I love how, like, it's faster for us to attack than to walk.
Oh. So,
Oh, that's so sad.
when you're rested?
No, I'll stay here. And then, this is where it ends.
This is where it ends? What do you mean, Misha? You told me that the trailblazing expedition would never end.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Now for the next great adventure.
It's up to you to decide your next destination.
My next destination? What's that supposed to be? I've been
So
following
how old
you.
is Clocky?
Misha? You're acting weird today. If you're feeling down, we can just do what we usually do. With the clockwork.
Yeah, so he wants to get gaslit.
No, I'm not feeling down. As for clockwork, yeah, it resolves all problems in this dream. So, do you know what clockwork actually is?
I'm not quite sure.
Oh yeah, we don't really know what Clockwork is.
Well, everyone gets lost at times. They may hesitate and doubt which way to go. That happens in this dreamscape and beyond.
Okay.
But don't worry. Everyone goes through moments of uncertainty and hesitation. Eventually, they gather the courage to make bold decisions. Whether it's calming, joyful, angry, or sad. All they need is a little nudge.
Got it. So do we, like, I guess, like, make them think of those memories? Is that how that works?
I'm leaving that little nudge with you, and I hope you'll share it with others. Such is the essence of clockwork, the will of the trailblaze. Clocky's hands spin around non-stop, indicating confusion, frustration, ultimately, people still need to move forward.
Just like your hands, always pointing ahead. This is where my journey ends. From now on, it is your path to walk.
Trailblazing means taking paths your predecessors forswore and venturing even further. The Penacony in Mikhail's dreams does not belong to order.
That was sick. That was sick. That was cool. Was that order, by the way? Like, the puzzle lady?
I can't believe that Eon would cast a glance at Penacony at a time like this. Is it because of the resonance from the legacy of the Trailblaze? Or perhaps the bond between you is so strong that it even impresses an Eon?
Well, there might be another possibility. Perhaps they want to witness, on behalf of the fallen Eons, who will hold the future of Penacony.
If that's the case, on behalf of the Dream Master of Penacony and the 107,336 members of the Oak family, I'm extending a formal invitation to all of you.
Interesting.
I'm cordially inviting you all to the Penacony Grand Theater to participate in the upcoming Charmony Festival. And, of course, you won't be in the audience, but on center stage. Since the future of the Stellaron, Penacony, and even the entire cosmos is at stake, let's draw a conclusion there, in all fairness. If you truly believe in Akavili's path, then show me their courage and determination.
Huh. Hey! You tread on a brand new path. Oh shit, we got harmony now? Yo, I love how we have clock in the background. Hey! Switch to harmony. So we switch to the harmony. You can now trial the current path here. Hell yeah, and we got, yo, she looks so cool. I like how we have splash art of it. I think it's so cool. It's been a while since we had a new path. So, because we didn't get a new path in the Law of Food, did we? I don't think so. The bat came initially, and then we got the destruction when we fought Kolid, right? So we didn't get anything at the hunt. This is actually our first new version in a while now. To increase the break effect of all allies causes additional break damage when allies attack enemies that are weakness broken. Oh, she throws her hat? That's kind of funny.
Please stay tuned.
Yo! That's a pretty cool move.
Please stay tuned.
Yeah, I'm kind of here for this.
Please stay tuned. Strategy. Please stay tuned.
Alright. Let's give this a shot here. She just looks so cool. I like how we have sparkle in the background too. Alright, so deals minor. Alright, skill deals minor. Illusion signal. Okay, so this is balances, very similar like to Asta's. Ultimate grants all allies the breaker dancer effect. Allies with breakup, not breaker, breakup. Allies with breakup dancer have their break effect increased and deals additionally deals super damage break damage one time. Her talent regenerates energy when an enemy's target weakness is broken. That's kind of cool. Start the battle. Oh, okay, got you. So she's a break effect character.
Time to test our rapport.
I'm gonna turn this off, bro.
Dreams do come true.
That's kind of cool.
Oh.
Let's go. It's wild that that's like trying to play single speed after playing double speed the whole time is wild to me. I want to do a basic attack.
It's my turn.
Yeah.
Enemy targets detected.
It's time. The mood is set just right.
I love it. I love this entire vibe.
Let the show begin.
I love it. It's so cool.
Let's improvise.
We have the upper hand.
I love it.
A good brew. Full-bodied and... My friends? Indulge yourselves!
Enemy data secure. Net markers activate.
All right.
Counter.
Those dance moves I know.
By the order of the Ten Lords, execute the Mara struck.
You know what's really funny? She's only wearing like a hat. Like her outfit has not changed, but I feel like she looks completely different. Like it's so weird. I love it. The ultimate dance move. I love it. That's amazing. I love everything about this. I loved that whole style. So I wish they let us whatchamacallit? I really do wish they let us get like different pulls for it, but I'm gonna send her.
Not done yet.
I'll level her up to 80. Why not?
Journeys never end.
You know what's really funny? In Genshin, I think I never leveled up Trailblazer past 80. But in this game, I got the... Well, not, yeah, well, Traveler. In this place, I don't think I've... This time I actually maxed her out. I mean, she doesn't have anything. But... Well, I mean, we just got this, so it wouldn't have anything, but still. Okay, so... Before we end for today, I did promise y'all that we would pull. So, oh, we got a lot of Primo Gems there. We got, what, 2? Well, we got 2 pulls. So we got 2 pulls, so not a ton, but... Alright, guys, here we go. Please, for the love of God, and all that is holy, I just need to pull... I need to, like... All I need to do is at least win the 50-50, man. If I have to suffer for it, and at least I win one 50-50, I just need one of the characters. I know I want Robin and Topaz, but... Alright. So, let's get this show on the road. See what it is there? Alright. Come on, Robin. Give me a purple. Give me a purple. Please be purple. No way. No way. Oh my god. I just can't pull it. What are we at? We're at like 59 or something like that. So we still have quite a way to go, actually. 59. Yeah, it's nowhere near enough to hard pity a thing. Damn, I know. I know, chat, I know. It's okay. It's okay. We have 12 days, so I mean we have time, you know. I want to know. Let's go to the Clocky statue real quick, because I think. Do we get pulls? I don't remember. I don't think so.
Where there are people, there is noise.
Nice to see you again. We've been through all the adventures to help so many lost people. Though I probably won't be able to play with Misha in the future. I know this is destination as always. Okay. Gray-haired friend, your dreams. So, are you gonna give me something? Oh, wait! Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Is that enough? That was 80. Oh my god, we got another pull! Oh my god, okay, Clocky. Okay, Clocky. Come on, buddy. Come on, Clocky. Come on, Clocky. Come on, Clocky. Give me a purple here, at least. Nope. Damn. Clocky, you let me down, bro. Clocky, you let me down. When do we get more? So we're at 36. If we get to 40, we get 40 more. And a pull. Oh, so I need to do this anyways for the Shadow of the Harmony thing. So I need to do this regardless. So at 50, you get 40 Primo Gems, 1 event pull. Really don't get that much here. You can claim 1 reward per 200 credits submitted. Man. Yeah, we're nowhere near a pull now, so now it doesn't even matter if I... Because I think if I go... The Dreamflux Reef... Did I pick this up? I did pick it up, so never mind. It doesn't even matter. Alright, y'all. Well, we gave it our best shot. That's what it counts at the end of the day. So, we're just going to have to end it there for today, guys. And hopefully we'll be able to pull it on Monday, because we won't be streaming tomorrow. So, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It greatly helps out the channel. You know, make sure notifications are turned on. Follow Discord, all that good stuff. But, guys... Take care, be safe, make wise choices, don't do anything too stupid. I'll catch you next time, and hopefully, we bring Robin home. Fingers crossed. Catch y'all later, guys.